Your son's been arrested. Possession of cocaine, intent to supply, 5 years minimum.
Well, I haven't had the opportunity to be in a British, independent British film set in the modern day, and playing a Londoner for, well, ever, actually, but certainly not a modern British film of any kind since the 90s. It's just worked out that way, and I certainly would always have wanted to have done more. So when George Isaac offered me this, and it already had Gabriel Byrne attached, you know, I took it very seriously from the start, you know. The character is very interesting for me. And I've played, you know, you could say he has a dark side. And that's not something I haven't played before, but the novelty was the fact that it was, you know, he was a Londoner, he was modern, and it was a kind of British film that I'd always seen and thought, why can't I be in one of those? So it was my opportunity to be in one of those, you know. Well, I don't know. I'm from London. I went to a normal standard comprehensive school. I grew up not particularly posh, you know. So it's not the same background as mine, but you know, there were people in my class with the same background, you know, and certainly, you know, in my street, you know. So I didn't have to go very far in terms of it was not like a completely different world. Day by day, or when I do my normal jobs, you know, if it's like a period drama or blah, 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 you know, it's a much bigger leap for me. So it didn't feel that unfamiliar. It was just a matter of kind of reimagining my life slightly, you know. And other than that, you just kind of take a leap, really, you know.
Take a leap and a jump.
Yeah, well, you can't really become that person without, you know, it's seriously upsetting your home life. Okay, yeah, I play this, what we're calling maverick cop, called Parker, who's part of a small unit that kind of work independently. And, you know, what they do is quite blurred, the lines between legal and illegal in achieving their results. And he's doing his best to bring down this London crime lord, Mr. Corso, who's played by Gabriel Byrne. And the things that he does in the process of trying to bring him down, take him further and further and further into the dark side.
So what do you want, detective?
I want you to hire someone. James Riley. You supply the target, we'll assess the risk.
I want my son released.
You stick to the plan. You plan happy families by the weekend.
It depends. I like ideally to go back and forth. Like for me, this was, you know, it was quite an extreme one and fun for that. Well, say fun, but it was interesting for that. To do the same kind of thing immediately afterwards would be a bit of a drag, you know, but luckily, round and about it before and afterwards, I did some very, very different kind of roles. So, you know, I said in the past that I didn't want to play any more bad guys, but that was at a time when that was all I was being offered. So as long as I can go back and forth, I'm quite happy to play the odd bad guy, as long as I can play good guys, as long as I don't get stuck in one thing, you know. Because I played one in a big film, you know, and because I've got
the bad guy within you, and they think he's good.
They don't see the bad guy within me. They just see me in a, you know. These decisions are made by accountants. Yeah. So if you're in a film where you play a bad guy, the accountants who make the decisions go, "It's a bad guy." Simple as that. So it's taken a very long time for me to break out of that. You know, it's about the successes you're in. If I played a good guy in a film that was a success, then that changes things. I've played lots of good guys, but it tends to be in films that don't do terribly well. But I'm about to play a good guy in a big film, which would be the first time I've played all sorts of characters, but it'd be the first time I've played a non-bad guy in a big Hollywood film. And that's the film I'm just about to do, which is Hercules, Thracian Wars with Dwayne Johnson, which I start in about a month with The Rock. No, you definitely, that's one of the joys of it, is meeting and working, getting a different vibe with different people. Like with this, for example, you know, Leo Gregory, who I knew beforehand, Terence Maynard, who I didn't know, who I liked very much. It was a real pleasure to be working with, and we were working a lot together. And the fact that we got on made it so much easier. You know, I don't thrive on the opposite. You know, I think everything's easier if you just treat each other well, I think.
Has our commission been confirmed?
10%.
How much we giving Dixon?
Haven't decided.
We need to talk. I want us to work together.
I work alone.
You'll be working for me. Mr. Cutter will be with you.
What about Game of Thrones? I'm a fan of. I like watching. Yeah, I like girls. I don't mean, you know, girl. I mean, though I do. I mean, but I love that TV show. I think it's brilliantly written. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. So I'm not going to watch a lot of box sets at the moment. You know. Yeah, I mean within reason. I'm not that excited. I'm cool. But yeah, I go off for weapons training for a month in Budapest soon.
Oh, wow.
I'm quite excited about. Well, I'm excited about saying that. I'm not excited about doing it. Doing it's probably going to be a bit of a drag. But saying it sounds quite exciting. It's a dark, twisted British crime thriller where the lines between good, bad, legal, illegal, right and wrong are very, very blurred.
The moment arrived. The question is, are you man enough to take it?